Welcome, everyone, to the L7C Podcast NFL Edition. We are back. Today, we're going to be previewing some big Week 3 games going on in the NFL. You already know we got the legendary Aky Bets in the section. So we got the man, the myth, the legend, our NFL expert, the producer, Justin Ackendale. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. We're already in Week 3.
Yep. 2 weeks down, on to the third. Let's get it.
That's crazy, man. Like, already we're out in the third week, 2 weeks down, like you just said. I know we're going to get your insight on what you're seeing from some teams already, if they're for real or not. But let's get right into that Thursday night game, man. Carolina and Houston, they went at it. Carolina won 24-9. Carolina Panthers are 3-0. I don't think anyone had that this early in the year.
Man, there was a lot of people that are really high on the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Me included. I thought they were going to do well with Sam Darnold. You give Sam Darnold some weapons. You give him Christian McCaffrey. You give him a really good defense, and this is what you have. I mean, what shocked me is I was reading Football Outsiders, and in the DVOA rankings, the Panthers are the number one team in it.
Wow.
Now, the rankings, the DVOA rankings aren't accounting for like opponents, like win records, how good your opponent is yet.
Mm-hmm.
And they played the Jets, Saints, and Texans last night. But yeah, they're number one DVOA. Football Outsiders has them as the best team in the NFL going into Week 3, which surprised me, which is wild.
Do you believe it?
No, I don't think they're the best team. They just have the best stats against who they play right now. But yeah, man, I can see them keep on keeping on. I mean, their next 6 games is at Dallas, Philly, Minnesota, at the Giants, at Atlanta, then the Patriots, and I really only see 3 potential losses in there. So we can potentially be seeing a 6-2 team, 5-3 team by the time we're at the halfway point of the season.
Does that also depend on how long Christian McCaffrey is going to be out? Because he did leave the game on a hamstring. They haven't said how long he's going to be out yet. So
yeah, they did draft Chubb Hubbard, and I forget who the other dude backup running back is, but yeah, I still think they'll still be able to run the ball. They definitely won't be as dynamic without Christian McCaffrey, but they have a really good receiving core. I mean, DJ Moore had 8 catches for 126 yards last game. They got Robbie Anderson, and Sam Darnold hasn't been fucking it up. So yeah, I can definitely see them, in this little 6-game stretch going 4-2, 5-1. Like, their schedule's really easy.
I know it's early, but is Sam Darnold going to be another person who we say, once he got away from Adam Gase, he became better? I know it's only 3 games, but is he already another one?
Man, about Adam Gase, when I was on Twitter before we got on, someone tweeted the graphic. It was like he was at a high school when he left. They won the state title when he was at LSU when in the early 2000s, and after he left, they won the national championship in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Manning, when he was with Denver, won the Super Bowl after he left. So I think Sam Darnold's going to be a part of that class. I mean, to Adam Gase's defense, I mean, the Jets did suck. Like, the organization didn't help Sam Darnold one bit. But yeah, I think we're going to be saying, when you leave, it's another case of when you leave Adam Gase, you do better almost instantly.
Fair enough. That's it with the Panthers. They are 3-0. Texans are 1-2. Justin, I know
game. I fucking fell asleep about it.
It was it was very boring, and it kind of sucks because these primetime games have been really good so far, and this was like first week 1.
I mean, we got Week 3 coming up, in the games in the
oh yeah, there's some
in the 4:00 and Sunday night and the Monday night game. They're all good.
Let's go right into that, man. 425, 2-0 Tampa Bay against 2-0 Los Angeles Rams. I didn't know they would be playing this early, and it's at Los Angeles. Tom Brady's first time playing a game in LA, if you did not know. Justin, man, what is going to happen in this one? This is a I feel like this one's more bigger for the Rams to like really show that they could compete with the Bucs. But what are you seeing in this?
Yeah, man, this is going to be a good one. I mean, both teams are 2-0. Bucs in week 1 beat my Dallas Cowboys 31-29. Then they absolutely fucking dog walked the Falcons last week. Oh my god! Like, and you know what? The Falcons were in it. Like, it was 28-25, like going into halftime. Like, Atlanta came back, and then, oh my god, dude ran back those 2 picks. Well, one was a pick 6, and the other one was a batted ball into a pick 6. Just, God. If you're talking about the worst teams in the NFL, I think you gotta have Atlanta in your top 2 because they are just fucking awful. God damn. Once again. And then the Rams beat up on the Bears in week 1. They fucking sleepwalk against the Colts and our favorite quarterback that we forgot to talk about in the first podcast, Carson Wentz, old double sprained ankle ass. But yeah, I mean, Tom Brady's been lighting it up. I mean, he's 655 yards, 9 touchdowns in fucking 2 weeks. I mean, shit, if he keeps this pace up, he's going to beat all the records that he already has. Stafford's been playing well. The true key of this game is, can the Bucs pass all over the Rams? Because the Rams have a pretty good secondary. I mean, they got Jalen Ramsey back there. And the Rams like to run the ball. And I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball on Tampa Bay because they have one of the best run defenses in the NFL. So that's what it comes down to. Is Tom Brady going to be able to keep up what he's been doing the past 2 weeks, just throwing all over everyone? And can the Rams, who won't have the running game that they're typically used to having with the matchup against the Bucs, can they sling it against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who kind of has a leaky secondary? We saw Dak Prescott in week 1 kind of expose that. They did have injuries in that first matchup, but that's what's going to pretty much come down to.
AB is out this game.
What? He's not playing?
Because of the COVID protocols.
He has COVID?
Well, I don't know if he has COVID. I know he's out because of the protocols.
Wow. Well, Mike Evans might catch some more balls this week.
Oh, he might. Or Godwin. But, man, when you look at this Rams team, I just want to also say, people really got to put some more respect on Cooper Kupp.
Oh, my God. That's what I forgot to talk about. Cooper Kupp. Matt Stafford loves Cooper Kupp.
So did Jared Goff.
Yeah, I mean, so did Jared Goff. I mean, his targets, he has 271 yards and 3 touchdowns, and most of that was against the Colts last week. I mean, he absolutely went stupid against them. Stafford loves throwing to him. He has 21 targets in 2 games. The second most highly targeted receiver is Robert Woods, only 13. So he's outpaced him by 8 targets in 2 weeks. So yeah, Cooper Kupp, that's a nasty man. He's in the slot. He gets busy on him, man. He's really good.
Yeah, because one
receiver in the league.
Because I watched that. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys, y'all were able to throw that ball. Like, literally, the only reason y'all lost, obviously, if you did not leave any time for Tom Brady, you guys would have beat them. Because you guys were able to throw that ball all over the Bucs defense. And I feel like Stafford and them are going to be able to do the same thing.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I mean, I definitely see a shootout coming. I do like Tampa in the game. I do, but yeah, man, it's gonna be a good one.
Did you make a bet on this one?
I did not.
Okay. I didn't know if we'll save that. We got Aky Bets coming up after we preview these games, so I didn't know if this was one of your ones you put money on.
Nah, and just to end it, yeah, I just see the Bucs running the ball more against the Rams because their secondary right now is better than their front seven, even though they do have Aaron Donald, and I think he's gonna kind of be neutralized to the best of his abilities because Tampa Bay has a really good offensive line. So yeah, I think they're gonna run the ball a little bit more and open up the play action game a little bit against the Rams and get the win because Tom Brady, he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's 44 years old, still playing because these niggas in the league suck.
He did himself say that the league's gotten softer, and he talked about like the quarterbacks he used to go up with. But man, that's only the 425 game. Like, you got the 8:20 NBC Sunday game. You got the Packers and the 49ers. And I mean, every time I've seen these two teams get together recently, the 49ers have shellacked the Packers. I don't know if it'll be the same now, but you got Aaron Rodgers coming in after that win on Monday night against the Lions. You got the 49ers who are 2-0. What are you thinking about this one, man?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers just needs to go somewhere. I'm so sick of hearing his goddamn name.
It's at that point.
I mean, you come out in week 1, you lay a fucking egg against the Saints, who we just saw what Carolina did them last week. We don't even know how good the Saints are. And then you beat a fucking 0-2 Lions team. And the Lions were fucking gaining it on them. Like,
they were.
The Lions did a great job. I mean, the Lions had 344 yards against the Packers defense. So I'm not really sold on the Packers defense. I mean, the 49ers played the Lions in week 1, and they had 430 yards against the 49ers. But going into the fourth quarter of that game, it was 38-17. So most of that shit's garbage time anyway. The Lions were in the game most of that game, and most of that game on Monday. And then the third quarter came around, they didn't score, and they lined it up as they typically do.
They lined it up.
He fucking sucked. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he's 67%. He has 388 yards and 4 touchdowns. And then, goddamn, Aaron Jones, 4 games on Monday night. He's one of the best pass catching running backs in the league. I just don't see Green Bay winning this game. I mean, they can only win one way, and that's Aaron Rodgers literally destroying everyone. And he hasn't been able to destroy the 49ers as of late. I think the 49ers are going to really just muck this game up and just make it a nasty game. They can run the ball. Green Bay can't stop the run. I see San Francisco giving it to Green Bay. And if we're being honest, Green Bay doesn't really have to win this game as much as the 49ers have to win this game because of the division that they're in. I mean, shit, every team in the NFC West is undefeated right now. The 49ers got to win this game more, in my opinion. The Packers are in the NFC North. They got the Vikings, who are facing 0-3 because they play Seattle this week. I think it's at Seattle, too.
I have the schedule up right now. It's actually at Minnesota.
Okay. They get them at home. And then you got the Bears, who are not very good. And then you got the Lions, who we have talked too much about because they've been playing good teams. So, yeah, I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't. You know, with the Aaron Rodgers thing, I am at the point where I'm just like, man, let's just. Because now he's just talking. Like, he came as like, oh, all these people don't know what they're talking about. Blah, blah, blah. This is. I was like, bro, you lost 38-3. That's bad. You threw 5 picks last year. You threw 2 in the first game of the year. That's bad.
Yeah, I mean, we have every right to say that you played like complete dog shit because you fucking played like dog shit. Like, you came out there, you were throwing picks. You guys look lethargic. You guys look like you just didn't care. And you guys had us thinking that Jameis Winston has a whole new lease on life. You had us saying for a whole goddamn week that that LASIK eye surgery can fix Jameis Winston. So, like, Aaron Rodgers, you gotta do better, man. You ran your mouth all season, held out, threatened to retire before the season. That first game, you gotta come out and you gotta be ready for that shit. So get the fuck out of here with that. That we don't know what we're talking about, shit. Like,
and then he tried to bring up like the personal. So I was like, nobody here is bringing up any of your personal stuff, bro. No one cares about that. You lost 38-3 in the first game as the reigning MVP of the league. The person who just been to like multiple NFC championships in a row. Like, bro, it was bad. You bounced back. You won, even though there was a point too where Detroit wasn't Detroit. I'm like, oh, this is a lot closer than I thought because Detroit was leading at half.
I mean, Detroit does play them tough a lot, but you know that was with Stafford at quarterback. Carry that team on his back. But yeah, man, Detroit was in that game. Like, the Packers defense is really conserving. I mean, Kevin King, that dude is still in your secondary. I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing all season. I know Aaron Rodgers would run his mouth, but you probably should have done something to replace that man because he's not it. Clearly, you saw what Tampa did to him. It's like teams, they see Kevin King, they're like, oh, we throwing to that guy. Yeah,
so we'll see on that. This is at 49. I mean, if the Packers win, it's a big statement game. That could really, for the people who say they're back. I mean, like you said, it's crazy because the 49ers are 2-0, but they need this game more because their division is crazy.
They absolutely need this game more. They beat the Eagles last week. They beat the Lions in week 1. You got Jimmy G there. You got Debo Samuel. They don't have a running back at the moment, but it really doesn't matter who's back there because he's going to go off. You still have George Kittle. I mean, yeah, they have to keep on keeping on because, I mean, I don't see the Cardinals losing this week. They got Jacksonville. They're going to Jacksonville.
They're going to kill them.
Yeah, and then the Seahawks are playing Minnesota. I mean,
Minnesota
has to have this game. Hey, Courtney. Minnesota has to have this game. And then we already talked about the Rams and the Bucks. So, yeah, they have to keep up with this division or they're going to be a wild card team having to go on the road and play in that first weekend.
But, man, Monday night, which when I saw the commercial for this, I actually got hyped because I didn't know it was so soon. Eagles, Cowboys, Monday Night Football at Jerry's World at the $1 billion playpen. Justin, I mean, you guys y'all gutted out that win last Sunday against the Chargers. The Eagles are coming off a loss. So both of y'all 1-1. Washington's 1-1. Where's the Giants playing this week?
Yeah, they play the Falcons.
Okay, they play the Falcons. Man, my computer didn't like the Falcons. I was like, I ain't gonna show. But
they suck.
Oh, that's why they're in the 1 o'clock. Giants are 0-2. I'm still looking at the 4:40. All right, but this is a big one, man. This Monday night, and like I don't know if you've seen it, but the 3 biggest games this year, 2 out of the 3 have been the Cowboy games.
National TV every goddamn week. There's a reason why they put us on there.
Yeah, the first obviously was the opening night. Then you and the Chargers was the biggest game. And then the third biggest game was the Mahomes Lamar thing. So y'all outdid them. And this one's about to be a monster number 2. But Justin, more importantly, what's going down in this game?
Oh man. Eagles scare me. I'm not even gonna hold you. Eagles can play defense. I mean, they held the 49ers to only 17 points last game.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts can move a little bit, but our defense has been a little opportunistic. We've been getting turnovers. We are not a good defense by any means. I'm not going to lie to fans. I'm not going to be a fucking Dallas Cowboys homer on this podcast. I refuse to do that. But we can get a nice little streak of wins. You might hear me running my goddamn mouth. But yeah, our defense has a couple players. I like the young guys. They've been playing really well. Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons. We had Michael Parsons playing defensive end last game, and he was just harassing Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we won that game, to be honest, because the Chargers just couldn't stay out their own fucking way. I mean, stupid penalty after stupid penalty. Couldn't convert in the red zone, missing kicks. Mike McCarthy wanted to lose that game so bad with the terrible, fucking god awful clock management at the end of that game. I think there was like 40 seconds left and we had a timeout and we let that shit run all the way down to fucking like 8 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Just ridiculous. But yeah, it's our home opener. Eagles are a very feisty team. I do expect the Eagles to cover spreads, a 4-point spread right now, but I think the Cowboys got this. I think get them because fuck the Eagles.
That'd be big. Put y'all at 2-1. Depending on what Washington, I expect Washington to lose. So I'll put you guys ahead in the division with a division win. That's NFC, I know we're calling it the NFC least. That's what people have been calling, but division wins in there are huge.
Man, first of all, we got to do something about this NFC least thing. I don't think the NFC East is the worst division in football. We just have the
biggest take.
Ain't no fucking hot take. You got the AFC South on the other side of the conference. They got Jacksonville and Houston and fucking Indy, and Carson Wentz can't fucking stay up. If the Titans do not win that division, we're going to have a fucking therapy session for their fans because God, that division fucking sucks.
Okay, AFC South.
And you know what? The AFC North might give us a run for our money too because they're not very good either.
So, all right. Those were some of the big games. There was another big game. don't think it's getting that much. We got Chargers at Chiefs. That's big now because they're both 1-1. That's a division game. If Chargers want to make that next step to get in the playoffs, they got to win these games.
They do got to win these games, but they gotta stop shooting themselves in the foot, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that Cowboys game, I watched that whole game for the most part. I mean, they were just anytime they got any momentum, holding penalty, false start, defensive holding on defense sometimes. I mean, just terrible penalties, man. Like, they gotta clean that shit up. But to segue into my bets.
Oh, is it time?
Yeah.
Aky's picks? Let's go.
Yes. To segue into that.
Wait, first, how did you do last time? How did you do last time when we were on? What was the record? Did you only miss one?
Yeah, I was 2-1. The teaser
hit.
Yeah, I was 2-1. I threw away the notes. I can't remember who I picked. With this betting shit, it's week to week, bro. Like, I can't worry about last week. I'm on to the next week every single time. As soon as Monday hits after Sunday, I'm looking at lines. I gotta see what I can get. But I didn't put my bets in until week. So I missed out on some of the good lines. I'm not even gonna hold you. But yeah, first bet I got is the Chargers +7. They're getting 7 against the Chiefs.
I feel like that's a lot.
It is a lot. The Chiefs this year are 0-2 against the spread. And then last year on spreads higher than 7 points, so 7 or higher, they're 3-8. So I mean, Kansas City, yeah, they're one of the best teams in the league, but they're not a betting favorite anymore. I mean, the Chiefs are 31 in DVOA on defense, 31. Second to last in the NFL, and Chargers can move the ball. So if they can clean up some of the bullshit that they've been doing the past couple of weeks, I think they can keep the game close and cover that spread. I don't see them winning the game because Kansas City, I mean, they don't cover, but they won a lot. I mean, they went 15-1 last year and only lost to Goat Brady. So yeah, I really do like the Chargers in that matchup right there.
Okay. What's the other ones you got?
And then the next game I got is the Bengals at the Steelers.
Ugh.
I didn't take a side, even though I'm a hard lean towards the Bengals. I really am, because the Steelers have not been impressive.
That offense is terrible so far. It's terrible.
It has been terrible. Can't run the ball. Big Ben has a fucking pec strain. I don't know how that's going to affect him. Can't run the ball. Can't throw the ball downfield. I have Chase Claypool in our fucking L7C fantasy league, and it just sucked. Nah.
They didn't address the line, man. That offensive line's bad.
Nah, I don't have him in the L7C fantasy league. I got him in a different league, but besides the point, he's one of their most explosive players, and they just can't fucking get in the ball because Big Ben can't fucking get it to him. So I got the under in this game. The Bengals, surprisingly, have a pretty good defense. They are 7th in defensive DVOA. So I think I think it's going to be a very low scoring game. Big Ben's going to be compromised. Steelers have a ferocious defense. I don't know if TJ Watt's going to be playing, but I'm sure the backups are still going to be able to get pressure and make it a little uncomfortable for Joe Burrow. But yeah, I like the under 33.5 in this game.
Okay. I feel like when those two teams do play together, those are very low scoring games.
Yeah, typically. I mean, these division games, I mean, these teams know these. You play them twice a year. You play them more than anyone else, so you know who they are. I mean, the Bengals on a Monday night game last year whooped the dog shit out of the Steelers.
Yep, I remember.
And I was on the wrong side of that bet, and I was able to salvage my money there in live betting once I realized that the Steelers were not winning the game. And that was kind of the beginning of their slump last year in the Monday night game at Cincinnati. So the Bengals do play them tough. I mean, it's shit. And Cincinnati is like the Super Bowl every time they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like the fans around here cannot fucking stand the Steelers. So
right.
I definitely see it under. And if I had to pick a side, I'm on the Bengals side, getting 3 points even at Pittsburgh.
What other ones you got, man?
Third game that we got are the Cardinals laying 7 against the Jaguars. I mean, the Cardinals,
They're so explosive.
They have been on fire offensively these past 2 weeks, scoring 30 over the past 2 games. Kyler Murray is just a goddamn magician back there. Got D-Hop back there, Christian Kirk. Shit. Kyler Murray even throws it to the tight ends a lot. Think the other tight ends, Dan Arnold, he be getting catches. Rondell Moore, I know you know him from Purdue.
I am well aware of Rondell Moore, and we are the reason he's probably got drafted. So we are well aware of him in Columbus.
Well, Rondell Moore did that shit against everyone, and now he's one of Kyler Murray's targets. Christian Kirk, AJ Green. I mean, even Chase Edmonds and James Conner, they can catch out the backfield. They can run the ball. The offense is explosive. I just don't see Jacksonville being able to keep up at all. Their offense is terrible. They're 31st in DVO in offense. The Cardinals in week 1, Chandler Jones had 5 sacks. I see that line feasting on Jacksonville's. I typically don't like taking big spreads like this on the road, but I think this is a special case because the Jaguars are fucking god awful. They're up there with the Falcons as being one of the worst teams in the NFL. So
if the Jaguars go 0-3, I guess I think it's way too early to think about it 0 for a team, but you already saw the thing about the rumors about potentially Urban going back to college because the UFC spot's open. I think he'll stick out at least 2 years until he potentially goes back, which he retired because of all that stuff, but whatever. But this man, he ain't used to losing, Justin, and he's getting that NFL humble pie.
Yeah, no, I'm worried about his health at this point because there's very few wins on that schedule. If any. I mean, I feel like they might be able to get the Texans maybe. If Carson Wentz isn't playing, I think they can get the Colts on that schedule. Thanksgiving weekend against the Falcons, maybe.
They play on Thanksgiving? Oh, on the weekend. I was about to say.
Weekend.
I was about to say.
And they got the Jets on there, so they might be able to win those games. You know, it's the fucking NFL. Any team can win on any given Sunday. There's always that possibility. So I think they're going to win a game, but yeah, I really don't see them winning more than 4 games, honestly.
Well, that's what it is. Good, sorry, Urban. I mean, he already has. You'll have 3 losses, man. Shoot, he only had 9 at Ohio State.
I mean, you going to lose in the NFL. I mean, Bill Belichick even loses.
Yeah, but you know how the college boys do with the. I mean, the last one to really be successful coming up was Pete Carroll.
Yeah, I mean, Carolina has Matt Rule. I mean,
he's doing good right now.
He's doing good right now. I mean, it was a little bumpy last year, but
he didn't have Christian all last year, though. Most of last year.
He didn't, and Teddy Bridgewater was his quarterback, even though Denver is.
Hey, Denver, watch out! Hold on now, don't Denver out there playing.
I know. I'm about to start putting some respect on the Broncos' name. Who they got? Oh,
they got the Jets. They can go 3-0.
They can. Yeah, AFC West is something right now.
Any other ones you got, man? Any other Aky picks?
I do, and our last pick of the evening is the team with no name, the Washington football team.
Guess the Bills
getting 7.5 against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo beat the dog shit out the Dolphins last week, 34-0. We didn't have a podcast last week, but I did take the wrong side there, and I took the Dolphins. Idiot on my part.
Well, you also, the Dolphins do not play them well. Because if you remember last year, Buffalo hung up 50-something on them.
No, I forgot. I was just playing a number. Fucking home underdogs. I love home underdogs, and that one absolutely burned me. So, yeah, natural letdown spot for the Bills after dropping 34. Josh Allen has been iffy all season. He hasn't been able to really get on the roll, and the Washington defense is due to go off soon. I mean, with that front four, Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat. I mean, they're fucking loaded. I just think 7.5 is a lot of points. I think Vegas got that wrong. I'm sick that I didn't bet on this game earlier in the week when the line came out, and on Monday at like 9 points. Washington was getting 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I came in late on that one, but yeah, I see Washington definitely covering that.
Okay. I was going to ask what the line is on this Saints at Patriots game.
Saints are a 3-point favorite.
Oh, really? They're the wow.
Yeah, at home.
Wow. Okay. All right. I did not expect that, but
right. What did you think the line was going to be?
I thought Pats were going to be favored by 3.
Oh yeah, the Pats are. What?
I thought you said the Saints. Yeah, you said the Saints.
My fault. Yeah, the Patriots are favored by 3.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you said Saints. I was like, Saints on the road, favored by 3? What? Okay. All right. I mean, we're about to see because I know we'll be recapping in 2 weeks, but Tom Brady's going to be making his return to New England next week in Week 4, and that game is going to get every place is covering that game.
Oh my God. Are y'all ready for Week 4? Because that shit, we're about to hear nothing but fucking Tom Brady and Bill Belichick stories all goddamn all goddamn week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking forward to it, man. I low key hope that the Bucks kind of actually no, because I forgot about my Patriots making the playoffs bet earlier this year.
Yes, you did. I was shocked.
Yes, so I need the Patriots to win that game. I need the Patriots to go to the playoffs so I can get that money. So. Yeah, but what you call it, Tom Brady has definitely won this divorce. Like anyone arguing for Bill Belichick at this point, like the man went to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl in his first year during COVID. Like we gotta put it all to rest. I mean, and fucking Bill Belichick still can't find a quarterback. I mean,
they're the 8:20 Sunday night game. Oh my Lord.
The whole world's gonna be watching. I mean, the NFL, they know when they pick these games and place them in the spots that they do, they know what they're doing, man. Everyone's going to be watching that shit. NFL, Junkie TV.
At least y'all get 2 home games. I was looking at the Cowboys. At least you get 2 home games in a row, but that Panther game at the beginning of the year is just like, but now that's tricky.
It's definitely tricky. I mean, I think we'll be able to throw against them, but they have J.C. Horn, their first round pick, broke his foot, so we won't have to worry about him playing, but the defense is good, but I believe in Dak. I need to see what happens on Monday before I start picking them to beat the Panthers predictably. Yeah, man, we've been looking good. I mean, that I cannot stress that Chargers win because we really had no business winning that game. But
I'd be Maris to ask you, what do you think about the running situation? People are talking like Zeke, Pollard. It's a big topic right now with the Cowboys before we sign off. Because Pollard's balling. Like, I watched that game. He was going.
I mean, what exactly are you asking me? Do I think that he should get more touches? Should he be starting the game? Like,
I don't think you have him start. Zeke makes $90 million. He better be freaking starting. But I mean, what's going on? Like, I guess with Zeke, I mean, like, why does it look like when Tony gets in, it's easier for him to run and catch the ball, but with Zeke, it's just like,
Because I just think Tony Pollard is just a more versatile, explosive player at the moment. I mean, every time he touches the ball, he just you can just see the pop. And Zeke is more of the bruiser right now, but I really like them like as a tandem. Like you got Zeke bruising the ball. I mean, he can run inside the tackles. And you got Tony Pollard, running the quick shit outside and catching the ball at the backfield. So I've always been high on Tony Pollard. When Zeke was doing his fucking holdout, I told him, we got this dude. We don't need to fucking pay this man. What are we doing? But yeah, man, I mean, having two good backs is not a bad situation to be in at all.
No, it's not.
Tony Pollard's just younger and more explosive at the moment. These running backs, man, the only one who can just sustain workload like this is Derrick Henry at this point. And I said earlier that I don't think he's going to be able to, and he's proven me wrong at the moment. I mean, that game last week against Seattle, I mean, they were losing, and in the second half, they came back running the ball. They weren't throwing, they weren't chucking that bitch. They were turning around and giving that fucking big linebacker the ball every goddamn play. And Seattle couldn't do anything about it.
I agree. Justin, man, anything else?
Anything else? Yeah, man. Our boy Justin Fields. He's about to get the start at Cleveland. As our resident Ohio State fan, how do you feel about it?
Personally, it's a week too early. I thought I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was gonna start in week 4. What did they have? They had a scrub team. They had the Lions. That would have been a nice, easy game for him to ease in. But I mean, it is what it is. He'll be at Cleveland. The Browns, they are a good team. They're, like you talked about the Washington football team's defense being due. Myles Garrett and them, they're due soon. So they can make it rough on young Justin, but I'm not expecting much. I'm not, but the Browns should come out on top pretty easily. But hey, he might be able to shock the world. But if he gets, I think max, he'll probably have 2 touchdowns, 1 throwing, 1 on the ground. But I still see like the Bears getting killed.
I mean, this clown Matt Nagy, I just don't understand why he's just so against his saying that. Like, he said in the press conference this week that, well, Andy Dalton's our starter. Like, just lying to me. You know good and damn well if fucking Justin Fields goes out and starts eating, you're going to keep playing him. Like, you're going to keep playing him. And then he does play well, and then you still bench him. You're going to have your whole fan base ready to turn on you. You're already on the fucking hot seat. You want to go with the best guy at this point. I'm hoping Justin Fields can show that he's a guy now, and if he has to sit, he has to sit. But it's just Matt Nagy. Come on, shows it. Just roll with the kid. Just fucking roll with the kid.
I think the thing is, Justin, the age-old saying, the NFL is a copycat league. Everyone's trying to copy the Patrick Mahomes method.
And Matt Nagy was in Kansas City when that happened.
Mm-hmm. He sat behind Alex Smith a year. He played those last 3 games or whatever, and now look where he's at. Everyone's trying to copy it. That's, the league just, like, they see that was successful. I'm going to try and copy it. Have your hotshot rookie sit behind a veteran for a year so they can learn and then throw him in there.
I mean, how much has he learned from fucking Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton's a pro. He's a good pro.
He's a pro, but he wants to start. He wants to start.
Is he not supposed to not want to start
right now?
Is he not supposed to want to start? It's his job. I mean,
if I'm Andy Dalton, I would take my fucking $10 million that they paid him and set my house on the bench and mentor the kid. I mean,
yeah, but
he had a good run, man. Like,
he did good playoffs with the Bengals, but remember, man, Chicago did not expect to get Justin Fields. No one expected him to drop like that.
No, he did not.
That's the thing. They did not they see him. He was the best player available. They were not expecting to get him, which I also thought was this another of the dysfunction because they're like, because they were really hell bent on Dalton's a starter. That's it. But when you get Justin Fields dropped to your lap, what can you do?
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that San Francisco could have got him. That would have been nice.
Yeah, they went with Trey Lance, but that's a whole other thing for me. So.
Yeah, but I'm kind of glad that Jets didn't get him because after last week, I was in Atlanta this past weekend with my cousins, and one of them is a Jets fan. So we had to watch the Jets in the 1 o'clock window.
That's Saturday. Gross.
Yeah, I know. And that man, he looked awful. But I was telling my cousin, I was like, listen here, like this is Bill Belichick versus a rookie quarterback. You know how this is about to go. It's about to be ugly, and ugly it was. Ugly is actually an understatement. It was honestly god awful. But I think actually I don't even know if Zach Wilson's on bounce back. Honestly, they got the Broncos this week at Denver. Whew.
Yeah, we'll see with Justin too, because the Browns, they won't have Jarvis for a couple games, and he's the heart and soul of that team. But Odell is expected to play, so we'll see how that goes. But honestly, man, the best player of both teams is that boy Nick Chubb. He is different.
Oh my god, I'm watching Nick Chubb play. That man, whew. He can run inside the tackles, and he might bust it loose on you too. He can run past you. They got Kareem Hunt to catch the ball, but if Nick Chubb can catch, I'll probably be saying he's the best running back in the league.
That's true. Anything else?
Nah, I think we ran through everything that's truly important, unless you want to talk about the Falcons and the Giants.
Nah, I'm okay on that. The only thing I had left to say is, Carson, we're sorry we missed you in the first one. Get healthy. Stop getting hurt. You were literally half of our whole NFL podcast last year. We need you back.
How the fuck do you sprain both of your ankles in the same game? Like,
hey, but if Jameis is bad on against the Patriots, Carson, we might have to move you to the bench. Jameis is about to be the L7C quarterback.
I mean, they're in the Thursday night game last week. I was in the group message and I debuted in our fantasy football group message my top 5 list of shitty quarterbacks.
Do you have the list now?
Nah, I don't have it now.
So we gotta wait We gotta wait till week 5.
We're gonna save it. But
okay.
Yeah, Carson, you keep getting perpetually hurt. You might have to hit. You might be on the list. You might be added to the list, my man. You gotta get healthy. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with your body. Why can't you stay healthy, man? You're not an Eagle anymore, so I want to see you do well. Like, come on.
Hey, you heard Carson. But with that being said, there's nothing else. Definitely thank you everyone for listening to the NFL pod and all the other pods that we do for the L7C podcast. We are marching right along, giving that good content. NFL Sundays are the best Sundays of the year. And yeah, remember to re-listen to get Aky's picks so y'all can make some money and hold them to it when we come back in week 5. About if you made some money, if you're not, let us know. I actually do want to know, for the people listening, if Justin's helping y'all make money. So comment on Spotify, Apple, Google, or YouTube when they go up on YouTube. But yeah, well, shoot, that's all I got to say.
I actually had college picks this week too.
Oh God,
I was going crazy on the app on Wednesday. I was like, Notre Dame get 7. I'll take that.
Yeah, their offense is little, but that's college. But with that being said, thank y'all for listening to the L7C podcast. You guys take care.
See you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.